Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Gita, a very, very special sloka. We touched upon this couple of days back. Sorry, I couldn't join yesterday. We will continue that. Dear devotees, this is an intro. This is an introduction of how relationship between the Lord and his devotees are revealed. This is an example. And you'll actually see this manifestation in entire Bhagavatam, entire Chaitanya Charitamrita. The same synopsis of how Lord is interacting and connecting with his pure souls. Arjuna Uvacha Senayaruvayormadhye Radam Stapitum Achyuta Yavadetan Niriksheham Yodukaman Avastitan Kairmaya Yodavyam Asmin Rana Samudyame. Translation purport given by Jivan Gaseshi Bhaktivan from Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those who are present here, who desire to fight, and with whom I must contend in this great trail of arms. Purport. Although Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead out of his causeless mercy, he was engaged in the service of his friend. He never fails in his affection for his devotees. My request, everyone, please hear this very attentively. He never fails in his affection for his devotees, and thus he is addressed herein as infallible. A charioteer, he had to, as charioteer, he had to carry out the orders of Arjuna, and since he did not hesitate to do so, he is addressed as infallible. Although he had accepted the position of a charioteer for his devotee, his supreme position was not challenged. In all circumstances, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Rishikesha, the Lord of a Lord of the total senses. The relationship between the Lord and his servitor is very sweet and transcendental. The servitor is always ready to render service to the Lord, and similarly, the Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some service to the devotee. He takes greater pleasure in his pure devotees, assuming the advantageous position of ordering him, than he does in being giving the orders. Since he is a master, everyone is under his order. No one is above him to order him, but when he finds that a pure devotee is ordering him, he obtains transcendental pleasure, although he is an infallible master in all circumstances. As a pure devotee of the Lord, Arjuna had no desire to fight with his cousins and brothers, but he was forced to come onto the battlefield by the obstinacy of Duryodhana, who was never agreeable to any peaceful negotiation. Therefore, he was very anxious to see who the leading persons on the battlefield were. Although there was no question of a peacemaking endeavor on the battlefield, he wanted to see them again and to see how much they were bent upon demanding an unwanted war. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupaka Dhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pungam Langayate Girim Yat Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, this is a very interesting exchange between the Lord and his pure soul. Arjuna actually is a very deserved candidate for what? To hear Gita. That means that this Arjuna doesn't know this before. No, Arjuna knows this before, but again he wants to hear. Now that this is the first time he's hearing about this, now say for example, let's say you have 10,000 rupees in your bank. If everything is going great, you don't need that money because your maintenance is taken care. Your eating, sleeping, all of that is taken care. You don't have to you don't have to think about your bank account. Everything is there. You get up in the morning, you do Mangalarti, you honor Krishna Prasad, you do some service. Again in the evening, you honor some Prasad, again here, and then you go to bed. And then that's about it. Every day this is a thing. And then the bank account is there where you have 10,000 rupees in that. You don't think much about it because everything is taken care by the higher authority. Now, when there is a difficulty, let's say you have to run through some tests. You have to go to the lab, take some test because there's some problem in your health. For that, you require money. At that instance, now you're looking for that. Up until that point of view, you're not looking. He's there. The bank account is there. The money is there. Everything is there. But you don't have a reason to look there because everything is taken care. But now you have a reason to look. Now Arjuna knows this before about the Gita. He knows Gita after also, after speaking or after discussing or hearing from the absolute truth, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Everything is there, everything he knows. But why here is a very special focus is coming? Because in the life of Arjuna, there is a need now. Up until that point of time, there is no need. It's like you have a bank account, you're not required to use it because your father is taking care of you. Everything is done. Your father is sending you to the school, everything, prasad, everything is taken care. But now, as you have to do some work, at that time you require that, whatever the money is there. This is exactly happened in the life of Arjuna. Now, Arjuna is looking towards Krishna in a different way. Please understand, up until this point of time, Arjuna has a relationship with the Lord. It's very intimate since his childhood. Arjuna knows Krishna since his childhood. Kunti Maharani, she is actually telling about Krishna continuously. So they are aware of it. They know the situation, circumstance, everything is there. But now a special need is coming. Now for Arjuna, this is actually a life and death situation. Please understand. Their devotees, if at a moment, if the 10,000 rupees are not there, how difficult it is. You have to go through to the hospital, take care of that, take care of this. It's important, right? You need to have that. You need to have that buffer to go to the hospital, right? If that is not there, what's going to happen? Nobody can help you. Because that is the only help, that is the only source of help which you have at that particular moment. He doesn't have anything else other than that, other than use that bank account and then finalize everything. That means if the Lord is putting us in that particular situation, then that is the greatest thing for us, dear devotees. Just like Arjuna is been kept in that state, is the greatest difficult. Please understand. So now to Arjuna, whatever Krishna says, he's in a position to hear. That means that we will understand. Actually, when we go through chapter 1, we will realize, dear devotee, this is not an ordinary thing. Please understand, it's not like, oh, Arjuna called Krishna to the center of the battlefield. Oh, it looks interesting. No, no, there's a lot of things going on in his heart. Out of anxiety only, Arjuna called Krishna. Can you please show me who is there on the other side? Because he here itself he doesn't want to fight. Please understand. He did not speak words, but Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that he knows the heart of Arjuna. That Arjuna is very clearly telling, I don't want to fight this. I don't want to fight this battle because Krishna told me that's why I came. But if somebody is asking me my opinion, I will outright reject this because why will I kill my grandfather? He has reasons also. Why will I kill my teacher? He has logic also. Everything is there. Reason is there. Logic is there. And I have immense gratitude towards his personalities. And you're telling me to kill? I cannot do this. The police officer is been asked, can you go and kill your mother? Will he go and kill his mother? Will he do that? He has pistol, he has everything. Will he do that? He has authorization also. Will he do that? He says, I cannot do this. If you want to remove my job, I'll quit. I'll do some agriculture and then I'll protect my mother. I'll not kill. Why will I kill? This is exactly Arjuna is coming to the state, which is quite natural because he has a relation. Na? No, Arjuna is very sensitive. No doubt it is a Kshatriya, but he is very sensitive at his heart. This is a quality of a Vaishnava. What does a Vaishnava do? Paraduka Dukhi. That means any discomfort is coming to the other person. He is not in a comfort zone. He is in a discomfort zone. He cannot accept that. He cannot perceive that. This is exactly what is happening to Arjuna. Please understand, Srila Prabhupada is also in this state. The moment when he heard from his spiritual master, he understood that this is my life and soul. That means he's not think. Please don't touch that. He's not thinking. He's not thinking. He's not thinking that, oh, I did so much education. I also been through so many things. No, this is more important for me. Prabhupada never thought like that. That means his entire life, what is he doing? He's working on that mission. He has his mission, he has a vision. He's working on both of them. That means the mission, vision, when he has a vision of the Acharya, of the spiritual master, then he has that mission. Mission means what is the outcome? What they really want. Now Arjuna, at this particular moment, there's no mission and vision. It's completely blank. Not here, but in chapter 1. At this moment, he's in state of anxiety. Dear devotees, if we've been given that kind of a situation, what do we do? Don't we be in anxiety? We do. Now, the impersonalist, without understanding the conception of pure devotion, they say that, oh, it's all temporary. This world is temporary. There's no relationships. Everything is temporary. You, me, I, everything is temporary. Huh? Father is temporary, mother is temporary, children are temporary. That means, for example, we have a child right next to us. Do we see them as temporary? That is what the philosophy is teaching. What is that philosophy? They are removing the so-called little whatever relation is there, they're removing that also. Just note, we know, as per the philosophy, no doubt, we are all temporary. We are not temporary, this body is temporary. Likewise, the daughter or the mother or the father, they are not temporary. Their bodies are temporary, just like our bodies are temporary. Just like the body is temporary, that doesn't mean that we don't give importance to that person. Please understand. Only there is a problem with the body. Even the body is also given by the Lord. That also has to be respected. How can I ignore or neglect that? For example, you are neglecting your body. Can you practice Krishna consciousness? Let's say don't eat for 10 days. Can you practice Krishna consciousness? What are you doing? You are ignoring your body. You are not this body, na? No, this is not the school or the science which you are learning here. Our science, our learning is totally different. Our science, our learning is as per Srila Prabhupada's words, as per his instruction, as per the instruction of the spiritual master. That's it. We do not have anything. We don't know anything else also. We don't want to know also. We don't want to know. What's the point? What's the point of knowing unknown, which is in complete illusion? Knowing that unknown, which is in complete illusion, what is the matter? What does it gain? For example, if you are going in the desert, it's all mirage. I mean, you don't see anything, right? You are thinking that it is water, but technically it is not water. You understand if it is not water, then you don't invest your time in that. You invest somewhere else where there is valid reasoning for that. Your questioning, your reasoning, your answering is based on that. If there is a value for that, you invest time in that. If there is no value, what's the point of investing? That means the illusory state is the one which will pull us in that state. It will actually keep us in that state. Now, whatever Arjuna is speaking from here on, they're all very valid. They're not like some hodgepodge discussion or whatever Krishna is telling Arjuna, or whatever Arjuna is telling Krishna is telling, yes, 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 because he's friend. No, no, no. Those are very deep conversations, very divine interventions. But before we jump into those reasons and the logics and intelligence and then knowledge and then everything which Arjuna is actually speaking, we need to actually understand the relationship between this person and Krishna. When we understand the relationship between Arjuna and Krishna, we will understand how great this bhakti is to the devotees. Please understand, in the school of impersonal, you don't even see Lord. Please understand. All these philosophies, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, Mohammedans, these are all the schools of impersonalism. They do not have a person. That means they don't ever see the personal form. Forget about having a relationship. Relationship is next. If you see somebody, then you establish a relationship. If you don't even see anyone, where is the relationship? That is why they say you cut the relationships in this world. That's why what is the primary agenda of impression? You cut the relation, but here it is not. We use the relationship and we establish a source relationship. We use a relationship of daughter. We use a relationship of mother. We use a relationship of husband. We use a relationship of mother, of wife, everything. We use all of these relationships to establish the source of all of these personalities, which is Krishna. We're not neglecting them. We're not ignoring them. We're not dejecting them. We're not rejecting them. They're accepting them. They're embracing them. Because Krishna's given relationship are these. For example, if you're frustrated in our relationships, we need to understand how much frustration we have given to Krishna through our relationships. Because we get frustration only, and that's why Krishna sent us here. It's not like Lord is frustrated. His devotees are frustrated with us. We cannot stay there because our propensity to enjoy in separation of the Lord is actually killing us so much. That's why we've been sent here. No, we get little frustration through a relationship. We need to think, how much frustration I'm giving to my spiritual master, how much frustration I'm giving to Srila Prabhupada, how much frustration I'm giving to Krishna. Because I'm not going to them, I'm not hearing them, I'm not understanding them. I'm not taking this truth more on a deeper level. So devotion also through this impersonal plane, we should ignore that. We should clear that dissipation. We should remove. That means, oh, I will do bhakti. I will go to the spiritual world. Everyone, I don't care. Children, I don't care. Husband, I don't care. Wife, I don't care. Father, mother, I don't care anyone. That's not devotion. That is something else. That's not bhakti also. Bhakti means to think about others. Bhakti is to think about their well-being. But bhakti is to see their heart. Bhakti is to see their good qualities. Bhakti is to see the presence of the Lord through them. Bhakti is to motivate them. Bhakti is to cultivate them. Now that bhakti, when a bhakta does that bhakti, the Lord, he surrenders to that bhakta. Hare Krishna. Please understand. Through the surrender of the devotee, Lord is also surrendering. You see, all the Brijavasis in the spiritual world and the Lord says that I cannot do anything to you. No, even there, Lord is not acting like that. He is actually really feeling that I cannot do anything. Dear devotees, it is very interesting thing. Even Lord will forget his Lordhood in the spiritual world. It's not like Lord knows he has Supreme Personality of Godhead and then he's reciprocating. He's reciprocating as a friend. No, no, no. Lord is forgetting his Lordship. The internal energy is taking care of everything. That means the Lord is giving the key to the internal energy. Tulsi Maharani, the internal energy of the Lord, he gives keys to them. Srimati Radharani, all of them, he gives keys to them. Through that energy, everything is manifesting. In this, that means the Lord is actually forgetting what he is. That means he is fully absorbed in that. Fully absorbed. The moment he sees Nanda Mama, he says, ah, it's my father. My father came to me. The moment he sees Mother Yashoda, yes, my mother. He's not acting. Oh, I'm Supreme Personality God, and now I need to behave like a mother, or I need to behave like a father, or I need to behave like a son, or I need to behave like a beloved. No, no, no. He's naturally in that state. And then through that natural heart, through that natural state, he says that I cannot repay you because you're giving so much love to me. You are giving so much happiness to me. He says that I cannot repay. Because you are giving so much. I do not have anything to give you. Lord is really feeling that he cannot do anything in return. Because he is not in a state where he is thinking that, oh, I should behave like this. No, no. Just like a sadhaka who is practicing Krishna consciousness, he tries to be humble or he tries to respect the other person. Lord is not like that. Lord respects. When Jai Vijay was being kept in the difficulty, please understand, see the relationship between the Lord and his devotees. Dear devotees, if you understand this, you will never give up bhakti. I'll write it down. You'll be so much fixed up in the process. And no one can touch you actually. Even Prakriti cannot touch. When Prakriti will not touch, when we are convinced with this. Now, what is that conviction? The devotees, when Jai Vijay were being cursed, Lord personally comes and requests, he offers forgiveness. He requests forgiveness from four Kumaras. Please forgive. They are my they are my children. Please forgive them. They caused you some problem, some discomfort. Please excuse me. It's my problem. I am asking forgiveness. Please take back your curse. He is actually speaking like that. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Goswami Maharaj Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Pad. What is he telling? Lord, he is forgetting what he is, and then see, to protect his devotees, what is he doing? He is ready to catch hold of the feet of those personalities to protect his devotees. Up until that point of time, they're not devotees, they are devotees. Please understand. Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat Kumar, they're not devotees up until this point. They have Brahman realized up until this point of time. That means they did not taste or experience or relish what really bhakti is. At this moment, they began relishing bhakti. At this moment, they understand, what is this? Their heart completely melted by the reciprocation of the Lord to protect his devotee. That means Lord is ready to do anything. He is ready to kill. He is ready to catch hold of them. He is ready to offer obeisance. He is ready to do anything. This is the greatness of the Supreme Personality of God. Where you will see that kind of a person? Where you will see? You show me one person. That means when Lord is doing this, here at this instance, he is becoming a driver. Now, the South India Brahmana, who's been told by a spiritual master that you read Bhagavad Gita every day. Now, spiritual master knows that he doesn't study, he doesn't understand. But he's telling, you read Gita. He knows. And then he's reading every day. Now, one day Lord Chaitanya comes and then he requests, oh, what's happening? Why are you crying? Then this devotee the pure soul. He says, "Oh dear Chaitanya, my dear Lord, I'm seeing this picture. I don't know how to study the Gita also. I have no idea, but daily I'm seeing this picture. Every day I get new reflections. Today what I was getting is, you see, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? No, he's forgetting his thing. And then what is he becoming? He's becoming that. He's becoming a driver. What kind of a person is he? That means for his devotee, he's ready to do anything. Oh, he's offering protection like this. He can offer protection in any way. But see, he wants to he wants to give that strength to Arjuna. Just like the devotees. If the child is going through difficulty, they are very close to the father or the mother, then they don't want to leave them because they're facing some difficulty or ill health or they're not feeling well. So the moment they are there with their parents, the child is pacified. Is it not? The child is passive. Child doesn't want anything, big things, that there's so many other things. No, they only want relationship. They don't want anything else. They don't want anything else of this world. They want the relationship. That relationship cannot be found through cell phones or anything, any means. Exactly Arjuna wanted that at that moment. That's why Krishna became the charioteer. Otherwise, Krishna would have sat next to Arjuna and another charioteer would have come. But Lord personally want to take care of this. Dear devotees, when we get a situation in our life or when a difficulty, you know, the acharyas, the Lord will watch us very closely through the difficulty because they want to see that we come out of flying colors out of it. That means, please understand, when there are difficulties in our life, Krishna is watching us. Please understand. Just like when a difficulty came to the life, because no, Krishna knows the difficulty will come now. That's why he's right next to Arjuna. As a charioteer, he want to give that support, moral. For whom he will give? Whoever is his devotee, whoever wants to become his devotee. Dear devotees, think about this. Please think once about this. Are the Supreme Personality of Godhead is forgetting everything. He wanted to do like this. He wanted to come just to protect one devotee. What is his heart? I should do bhakti. I should please him. I should satisfy him. I should give him everything. I should make him happy. My dear Lord, please. Please accept this. I can't. What will I do? What will I do? What can I do? I cannot do anything actually. I cannot do anything in return. I cannot do anything in return. What can I do, my dear son? The little endeavor, patram pushpam param tvayam bhakta prayasate. It might be little, dear devotees, but when we reciprocate, when we apply Payamanjana Tirtha Bhakti Vilochanena, Santas Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti, Yam Shama Sundaram Achinta Gnasharupam, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajan. That Anjana, that ointment, that love of God, that ointment, it has to be gifted to us. When that is kept, dear devotees, our vision, our seeing, our displaying, our honoring, everything is changed. Our realm, our seeing things in this world will be totally different. At every moment, you will see the presence of the Lord. I'll tell you one thing. How do we see the presence of the Lord at every moment? Let's say you went on a service. I mean, that service was supposed to be done in 1.5 days, but you completed that service in 1 day. Then you immediately say, "Oh, Krishna, I'm seeing the presence of the Lord." You see, it's by the mercy of the Lord, things happened. I'm very happy. It got completed in one day only. There's no obstructions. Everything is powerful. Everything is great. Everything went as expected. Because what is happening externally, you see an action, you see a change in that, then you conclude, oh, this is the mercy of the Lord. Let's say we take another situation. Let's say a husband and wife, they are together. They got married. They wanted to do Garbhadan Samskar. They wanted to have children. They went to the spiritual ashram and took blessings. Oh, dear spiritual ashram, as per your guidance, we want to have children. Let us try. We will try. Please give your blessing. Yes, yes, my blessings are always with you. Please. Then they're trying 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Thing is manifesting. At this moment, also, if a person is telling that this is also Krishna's mercy, then he is a devotee. That means what is happening at this moment? He is trying something, but it is not working. It's not happening. Oh, काम ही नहीं हो रहा. Oh, he is doing everything as per Guru Sadhu Shastra. Whatever the scriptures are telling, whatever the spiritualists are telling, everything is doing. He did Garbhadan Samskar, he chanted his rounds, he heard the lectures. They came together simply for that motive, no other motive. Everything is there, perfect, but still the children are not there. At that moment also, sadhaka should see the presence of the Lord. Now, how does he see the presence of the Lord at that moment? Oh, by the words of my spiritual master, I'm understanding. Oh, Lord is giving me a situation. In this situation, Lord is showing me that everything is in my control. You are just an instrument. If I want to give, I will give. If I don't want to give, I will not give. Oh, Lord is actually teaching me this great lesson. And also, Lord is helping me to practice, to go deeper in my Krishna consciousness. Not like, oh, I begin complaining or begin going to this doctor, that doctor, trying to see that, trying to see this, take that medicine, take this medicine. Oh, again work out, again think, or discussing or reading Mother Yashoda's pastime to for some hope, shelter, to have a child, to have a male child. Oh, he's not doing that extra endeavor. Dear devotees, if Lord wants to give, he'll give. Please understand this. If Lord wants to give us, he'll give. If Lord doesn't want to give, entire world you go and try, you'll not get it. What is but the problem is that sadhaka will not understand this. What sadhaka is not understanding? Sadhaka will not understand that, oh, this trying is also Krishna conscious. He will feel like this. Technically, is actually wasting time. But he's thinking that this is also part of service. Now, which is part of service, which is dharma, which is not dharma, which is real dharma, this you need to get clarity from the spiritual teacher. From our Shiksha Gurus, we need to get that clarity. Should I do this? Should I not do it? Should I accept this? Should I not accept this? What should I do? Should I accept it in this way or in that way? There's always a conflict of interest. Dharma Sankata. Because you are actually practicing Krishna consciousness. Why? It is not practicing. We are doing Harvan Samskar, this, that. But the problem is, you're not depending on the Lord. You're not depending on the Lord. You're depending on something else. Because if the things are not working, up until the things are working, you try for 1 year, 2 year, it's not working. Then your dependency, where we are depending at that moment, after your saturation point is complete. Let's say your saturation point is 5 years. After that, what are you thinking? What are you aspiring? This is actually whatever we are thinking. If you are really thinking about the well being of the Lord and the Acharyas, then you are a devotee. For example, if you are in that particular state, we need to understand, oh, this is being given. Then at that moment also, real devotee will not think that is a devotee at that moment also. Please understand. The devotee will think that, oh, this consciousness has been gifted to me. I don't know this consciousness. I don't know anything of these lines. This is actually developing relationship between with the acharyas, with the Lord. Wow. Because dear devotees, please understand, through difficulties only you develop relationship. Through difficult situations. Through them only the relationship depends. Please understand. This we experience in this material world also. The same thing applies more in the spiritual realm. Because through difficulties, what do? You remember them. You will not forget them. Through difficulties, we are forgetting Krishna means we need to understand we never remembered him. Through difficulties, we are forgetting Srila Prabhupada means that means we never know who Srila Prabhupada is. We never understood his heart. That means what we are remembering through those difficulties is what matters. We'll see actually Arjuna what is he doing here because he's remembering the Lord through those difficulties. That is why he is actually the right candidate to hear Gita. That means Prabhupada actually says that this mentality one should actually one should actually cultivate by chapter 1. Not even by chapter 1, in the preface only one should cultivate this attitude. When that attitude is cultivated, what happens? Then you understand what Krishna is telling. Because now the connection is established now. Their devotees, the moment the connection is established, the water flows. And then the tree will get the water. And then the tree will drink the water, it gets the energy. It will not dry off. This is bhakti. What is bhakti? My dear Lord, you can throw me, you can kick me, you can do whatever you want. You're my prananada. Ashri Shava Padaratam Pina Samam Adarshana Marva Hatam Kadatma. Lot of devotees they say that I don't hear but I chant. मैं नाम जप कर रहा हूँ. I don't hear. मैं सुनता नहीं. अरे if you are not hearing, what you will chant? If you are not hearing, if you are not understanding the glories of the Lord and the Acharya, what you will chant? What do you think while chanting? You'll think about shopping which you did yesterday, or you'll think about something which you'll be doing tomorrow. That means what are we actually doing? We are not doing japa. We are doing something else. Babre. That means that is also a what? That is also an offense. That's why the person will not experience the holy name, the taste in the holy name. The Shuddhanam will come when one does service to Vaishnavas. Please understand. When one does service to Vaishnavas, through that service, the Acharyas, the Lord is so pleased, and through his pleasing, he will give that mercy. Through that mercy, we'll be able to chant Hare Krishna nicely. It's not like I read something, I understand something, I try to keep my mind in that state for some time, and then after that, I'll do sense enjoyment. That will not work. The consciousness completely has to be changed. I was always thinking about this. These rules and regulations there seems to be heavy. No intoxication, no millis, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling. There seems to be heavy for a lot of people actually, because they have to give up. For example, some from since their childhood they don't eat meat, or they don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't do anything. Oh, for them to come to the platform of bare minimum is easy. But the personalities who are eating, sleeping, doing all those things, for them it is difficult. Then why this is difficult for them? Dear devotees, if you actually think about that, if you know the greatness or the glories of bhakti, you see that leaving those things is very insignificant. Because you see, Lord is coming and he is embracing his devotee. He is serving his devotee. He is carrying the slippers of his devotee. Babre. He is actually fearful of his mother. His Lord is not acting here, dear devotees. He is really feeling, yes, yes, my mother is beating me. Oh, Mother Isha is He's intensely crying. Oh, Ma, please help. Please don't beat me. Please don't beat me. He's really meaning that. And Mother Yashoda is also really, she's telling, no, 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 how can I do this? How can I do this? I cannot do this. How can you do this? You have to be punished. You have to be punished, Papre. Oh, she's heavy. So mother is heavy. What is this, dear? What is this comes through bhakti? Please understand. That means no, the school of impersonalism. What is the school of impersonalism? Are you do not have any relation. You just meditate and then you stay in the void. You stay in the light. What is that? How much time you stay in the light? You stay in the light for some time. Again, you have to come back because there's no relationship there. It's a pathetic condition. Everything is Brahman. Om Brahmasmi. I am the Brahman. Brahman means I'm part of that energy. Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. No, no, Brahma is Satya, Jagat is Mithya, but what is the real? There is another Jagat also. It is not Mithya, which is unlimited. Ananta. That Ananta, that unlimited is being given to us by our acharyas. Please understand this, dear devotees. Dear devotees, only in this Kali Yuga we have access to Goloka. Nowhere else. Not in the next Kali Yuga. It's very, please understand, a lot of Devi Devatas, they wanted to take birth in the families of devotees. Why? Because they know if they do one lifetime practice of Krishna consciousness, ticket to Goloka is confirmed. This is what? This is a mercy of Lord Chaitanya. They know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Who is that Chaitanya? He's Krishna himself. He's a mood of Srimati Radharani. He's carrying the heart of Srimati Radharani. That means he's so compassionate. Because he knows people are not coming. He is going to the people just like Jai with Jagamada, they didn't come to Lord Chaitanya or they didn't come to Nityananda. Nityananda Prabhu went there. This is a mercy. This is a special Kali. A benediction in this Kali. Please understand this, dear devotees. It's not hodgepodge actually. Oh, Arjuna. No, Arjuna is in a different state. He is dealing with Krishna. No, what I just said is Lord Chaitanya and his followers. Oh, they are completely different. They are in a different plane. They are in the internal energy. No, Lord is the source of these energies, but Lord Chaitanya and the Acharyas, they all are part of that internal energy. Means if you are dealing with our our spiritual masters, our teachers, we are actually dealing with Srimati Radha. We are dealing with her. Her energy. They're very compassionate. They're not telling give up everything. They're telling give up the attitude of having everything. They're not telling leave everything. They're telling that leave that mentality of this is mine. Hare Krishna. There's a lot of difference actually. Pundarik Vidyanidhi, who is he? Who is he? Who is he's Srimati Radharani's father, Vishabhanu. That Vishabhanu came in Chaitanya Leela as Pundarik Vidyanidhi. That Pundarik Vidyanidhi, oh, is very opulent family, just like Srimati Radharani's father. It's very opulent. Likewise, Pundarik Vidyanidhi is also very opulent. He's same person. Na? Same person came in Chaitanya Leela. Did what? All those personalities who were there in Vrindavan Leela, they all came in Chaitanya Leela. Hare, Hanumanji also came in Chaitanya Leela. This is Murari Gupta. Hanumanji came. Hare Krishna. That means all these personalities, all these Sakis, Manjaris, they all came. Gopis, they all came. Oh, what is this? Personal, very personal. They want to see Lord Chaitanya. They can. There's no life. There's no life for them other than seeing him. They're fully devoted, fully dedicated. This is relationship data. What this is not some jnana, some which is there, something, some light. No, no, no. It's not. There's no aspiration for that. Are liberation is like, are secondary byproduct. Do you enjoy molasses or do you enjoy sugar cane juice? You enjoy sugar cane juice. From sugar cane, you get molasses. That's a molasses is a byproduct. Nobody wants that. You want sugar cane juice. The sugar cane juice is bhakti day. What is this impersonalism? It's a byproduct. Nobody wants. Arey, that impressionism is there in every yuga. Not we don't. Arey, in Kali Yuga, you don't have to endeavor separately for that. Every yuga it is there, and that's also temporary. And that light is coming from where? From the effulgence of the Lord, from His bodily effulgence, unlimited light. That's why in the spiritual world you don't need sunlight or moonlight separate. Everything is taken care. 24 hours there is light. You don't need any electricity, this, that, so many other things. But you have pure relationships there. That's why our acharyas tell you cultivate good relations. You see your father, you see your mother-in-law. Do what kind of attitude with which you are seeing her or him? Do you have good attitude? For whose pleasure you're having that good attitude? You should tell immediately. You should tell, oh, for the pleasure of my spiritual master, for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. I want to please Srila Prabhupada. I want to please them. That's why I'll have a good attitude with them. They said you'll be non-envious. Yes, yes, for them I'll be non-envious. This is the science. This is the reason. This is the reason behind it. Here, Arjuna, Ma Manusmara Yudhacha. What is he doing, Arjuna? He's fighting for Krishna. He'll fight for Krishna. He's not fighting for him. He did not fight because that is for him. He doesn't want to fight. That's why he says all of these things is bad. He'll quote everything from the Shastras. But the core reason is what? He doesn't want to fight. But later on, after hearing Gita, he says, oh, Ma Manusmara Yudhacha. I will do it, my dear father. Karishya Vadanam so. Yatate se tata guru. Krishna says, oh, you want whatever you want. Arjuna, you didn't understand. I'll tell again everything. I'll completely मैं सब बोलूंगा आपको. Don't worry. Just come, just here. I'll tell everything. Arjuna says, oh, my dear father, I understood everything. What I understood is I should fight for you. Bapra, you got perfect realization. Arjuna got perfect realization. Likewise, we should come to that state. Yes, 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 I will do it for you. Krishna, I'm going to do it for you. Prabhupada, I'm going to do it for you. Are you gave your life. Let me do something for you. Yes, that is my benefit if I do something to a pure soul. Because when a sadhaka does something to the pure soul, through that something, he gets the taste to chant Hare Krishna. This Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj is telling Hare Krishna. What is the secret to get the taste to chanting of Hare Krishna mantra? What is the secret? We do Vaishnava Seva, not Vaishnava Aparadha. Vaishnava Aparadha is done by foolish people. They don't understand the mercy or the intricacies or the nectar of Krishna consciousness. That's why to their foolish endeavor they do Aparadha. Duryodhana. Because he's thinking that he's great. He did Vaishnava Aparadha. To whom? To Vidura. That's why they did what is why Duryodhana was unable to see the presence of the Lord because he did Vaishnava Aparadha. Because he offended Vidura. That is one of the reasons. There are thousands of reasons for that. But one of the very prominent reasons because Krishna hates that. You know what is Vaishnava Aparadha? Vaishnava Aparadha, if you're putting a devotee down, you're actually piercing pins in the heart of the Lord. Please understand that. Pins. That means blood is coming from his heart because you're putting pins in his heart. Yes, you cannot take that. It's very simple. The Lord is very sensitive. He's very kind. But he's ruthless if a person does Vaishnava. He's ruthless. Rupa Goswami, when he was actually meditating the glories of the Lord, Srimati Radharani and Krishna, those meditations went away. He didn't understand why those meditations went away. Again he tried, again he tried, again he tried. Meditations are not coming again. Then he asked his teacher, Sanatan Goswami, and his brother, his cousin. He asked, oh dear, my dear Sanatana, why did my meditations went away? I'm trying so much after that, but somehow my meditations are gone. I'm unable to retain them. Then he said, you do one thing. Looks like there's some kind of offense happened somewhere. We don't know where, how it happened. We'll try to figure that out. You call all the Vaishnavas in the Bindavan for Prasad. Whoever did not come understand, you got offended through you. And then understand that and then go offer obeisances to him and then beg for forgiveness. Then this is the only solace to come out of this and then again be engaged in your service. Then he called everyone, but one Vaishnava, one Varishta Vaishnava, he did not come. Then Rupa Goswami immediately felt, Are, this Varishta Vaishnava, he did not come. This is where the problem. He went and he offered his obeisances. He prayed, cried out, please. I cause you some offense unknowingly. Please help. Please excuse me. I'm a lowly man. Please excuse me. Then he told all the story. Because when he was actually meditating, he was actually relishing the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and then he was actually laughing. He was joyful, he was very happy. And then at that moment, this Varishta Vaishnava, he doesn't have a leg properly. That means he walks in a different way. He's thinking that, oh, this person, he seems to be a Vaishnava. But he saw me, and then the way I walked, by seeing that, he's laughing. He felt so bad at his heart. Just he felt bad, dear devotees. He did not offer. And then here, if you actually say Rupa Goswami did not offer. That Vaishnava, he accepted. But he couldn't come to the invitation because he was displeased. That displeasing, was it done intentionally, dear devotees? Was Rupa Goswami doing intention? No, dear devotees, no. But still he was impacted. You see, so much. The sadhakas are doing intentionally, they will not release the signs. Will not understand. It's a different state, difficult state. See, dear devotees, so much deep relationship between the Lord and his devotees. And Lord wants to purify, 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 purify. Here, see, if you see Rupa Goswami, he's not thinking, oh, I'm a sannyasi, I don't want anyone's opinion. He's not telling like that. Please see the attitude, dear devotees. We should actually bow down to this attitude. We should do a prostrate obeisance. What kind of personalities are there? They know everything. They're manjaris from the spiritual world. They're Rupa Manjari. The spiritual manjaris. Sanatana Goswami is a manjari. Rupa Goswami is a manjari. They're manjaris from the spiritual world. They are showing us how to lead a life of Krishna consciousness. Yadyat atarajasya tat tat evetarajanaha. They're actually showing, they're actually leading the example, leading the life through their example. Bhakti means cultivating that. Being somebody, I'm your subordinate top. I'm not a master, I'm your servant. His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj was so inspired by the association of Srila Prabhupada. Not that Srila Prabhupada had so many American disciples, not that Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON, not that Srila Prabhupada is growing or booming. No, none of those reasons. His reason is Prabhupada actually loves us so much, irrespective of our situation. And when a reporter was asking, oh, Swamiji, are you the guru of the entire world? Prabhupada immediately said, put his head down and then he said, I'm servant of everyone. That attitude. Maharaj said, this attitude pleased me so much. Prabhupada is genuinely doing it to please his spiritual master. Bhagre. This we need to aspire. Hare Krishna. Very important, dear daughter. Krishna will not become a charioteer to everyone. He only becomes charioteer to Arjuna or to whomever he likes. Because that is his relation. It is very intimate one-on-one relation with the Lord. The jivas are unlimited. Lord is one. The jiva shakti is unlimited. Purushavatars, Leelavatars, Gunavatars, they are also unlimited. Lord's expansions are unlimited. If everything is unlimited, how is it Lord is doing one-on-one with everyone? We cannot understand with our limited knowledge. Can you do that? Prabhu, dear devotees, think about this. Everything is unlimited. Lord is unlimited, but Lord has that relationship, one-on-one relationship. You see, right, Arjuna? You see, right, South India Brahmana, is that not one-on-one relationship with the Lord? Through the Acharya. Because his spiritual master prayers, his spiritual master's conviction, his spiritual master's association gave him that attitude. Because what is his mentality? Oh, very submissive. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, through submission, what happens is so much bhakti. Bhakti actually runs. Now you tell me which school is good, Bhakti school or the school of impersonalism? What impersonalism, Baba? There's no relationship in impersonalism. But in the Bhakti, Baba, beautiful relationship. See, Lord is reciprocating with Arjuna. You cannot understand this. Hare, I'll stop here. Anyone would like to add anything? Would like to share any questions? So Bhakti is very important, dear devotees. Very important. Hare Krishna. I will leave. Anyone would like to add any comment? Would like to
Thank you.
speak? Like to speak?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and Pranam all goes to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful lessons every day, explaining how important the bhakti is and how we have to lead our life. Difference between the personalism and the impersonal. Prabhuji, small question. I think this might have been already covered. When you said, Prabhuji, if a husband and wife are trying to conceive, and sometimes we know that sometimes they have to take help of IVF or that technology. So is it not suggested, Prabhuji, or first we need to check with authorities before that? Just checking, Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for asking that. It's a practical question. Actually, through Garbhadan Samskar, Sadhaka will have children if he tries 2, 3 times. If he knows when that exact time, his timing has to be there, if he understands that science, and if they come together a few times, then they'll have a child. Let's say in the scenario, children are not happening. Devotees, especially devotees, should never do that. IVF or whatever. Because somebody else consciousness is coming into Mataji's womb. And we don't know who that person is. So all those artificial means should be avoided. We have to understand if a devotee is not having a child, you need to understand, no, Lord wants me to give me something else. I shouldn't take this route. And not just this, one shouldn't adopt a child. It's not recommended. And then give him everything. It's not recommended. IVA is also kind of an adoption only. You're adopting from somewhere else. Some person's semen will be injected into mother's womb. That is anonymous, will not be known. That's okay. Even the child who's adopted, that is also anonymous. Nobody will know their parents. The same thing now. That's why whatever Lord gives us, one should accept that. Whatever is coming naturally. Actually, why this IVF thing is coming, we need to understand that also. The seeds were natural before. Bhagavad Gita says, the soul will go into this, will go in through. Do you know how the soul will come into this metal world? Through the raindrops. That raindrops will go in the soil, and that soil they go in the seeds, and that seeds are honored by the male Purusha, and that Atma through the semen it is injected to the mother. This is a challenge actually. Everyone, all the Samina, are all running. The sperm count and millions of sperm counts are running, but only one will go into the mother's womb. The rest they leave there itself. Now there also there is a competition. That means the Lord has to select that jiva. Whoever has to come into that destination, the Lord has to intervene in that, and then He has to send that jiva into that mother's womb. You see how much Lord is doing in the background. Let's say the Lord wants to send a good soul. It means the soul has to come now. The father has to honor the grain. That means the soul has to go to the grain of that father. There are millions of souls. That soul has to go. Now, how much engineering work has to happen in the background? A lot of people will say, oh, husband and wife coming together, they have child. Aravind, what kind of consciousness they are having? If they are in Tamoguna, children will be in Tamoguna. If they are in Rajo, children will be in Rajo. If they are in Sattva, they will be in Sattva. If the simply father, husband and wife coming together, they will never be in Sattva because they are not, they are only coming for enjoyment. They're not coming together to give a decent child. That's why as these seeds are unnatural seeds are coming, germinated, changed. That's why there's no there's no children. That's also one of the reasons. That's why all these things IVF thing we should not do it. It's not recommended. If the child if the devotee family doesn't have children, that is good. You know, Krishna will become your son. Hare Krishna. Better if you practice pure devotion, Krishna will become yours. Are millions of lifetimes we had so many sons. You know, pig has 10 sons, dog has 10 sons, 10 children. We've been through all those lifetimes. That is not the purpose of a human life. The purpose of the human life is to realize self-realization. There's so much higher things to discuss. One shouldn't run through all these things. You're wasting unnecessarily wasting the valuable human form of life, wasting the time. That child who comes through IVF, you know what kind of consciousness he'll be. He'll suffer. He'll make suffer the entire family. There might be Ravana mentality. He's coming with Ravana mentality. Correct. I don't know. If Krishna wants to give, he'll give. If Krishna is not giving, he'll not give. It's as simple as that. These things we should not do. No one should do. Very pathetic situation. Hare Krishna. Thank you, bro. Hare Krishna. Is that okay? Shubhal, bro?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And that,
Hare. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Today's discussion is very important. You know what is the importance about the relationship between the Lord and his devotee. And the Lord is ready to give everything. Actually, in devotee's life, there's no difficulties to devotees. Because everything is the mercy of the Lord. He has children, he'll use in the service of the Lord. He has no children, he'll just do himself. He's very happy with everything. I remember one devotee family, they don't have children. I remember my spiritual master telling them, if you do pure devotion, Krishna personally will come as your son. Don't worry, be happy. Simply practice Krishna consciousness nicely. They are doing great services now. They are fully surrendered. Unlimited service. That is required. That is bhakti actually. That means what is bhakti? Following the words of the spiritual master. That is bhakti. Whoever is following, whoever wants to please, then those person will go back to God. That is bhakti. Bhakti is to please them. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Correct.
Here. Yes. Anyone else would like to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble
Hare
obeisance.
Krishna.
God
Hare
bless
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, beautiful class, Prabhuji, today. Very practical, beautiful, uh, and the beauty is because of the relationship that you explained between the Lord and his devotees. Actually, it gets to my thought that Krishna is trying to share his heart. I used to think all these, like how you explain the impersonalism, personalism, all different angles altogether, right? Exactly opposite. Impersonalism is exactly opposite to personalism, but it's also an energy of Krishna. So he's trying. I used to think why can't Krishna have just the personalism altogether? But then that flavor that he's giving through all these, he's trying to express his heart on how he likes, on how he's pleased, and that can be understood only if we have the association of the spiritual master. Once we hear attentively.
Actually, that is the desire of the sadhaka also. He wants to do that. As per the desire of the sadhaka, Lord reciprocates. As per the desire of the jiva only, this material world came. There is the jivas are not desiring, then this material, there is no reason for this material world. Material world came because of that purpose. Why Brahmaji came? Why Brahmaji created? Because the reason the jivas they wanted to stay in separation of the Lord. That's why there is a service to Brahmaji. There is a service to Lord Shiva. There is a service to Vishnu, the Supreme Lord. See, there is a reason for everything. It's a jiva's desire. That means the Lord gives so much importance to the independence of the jiva. See, even now, there's an independence for us. We can practice, we can hear. We cannot practice. We don't want to practice. Lord will give that also. Even now is giving that. Even not just now, even at the moment of death. If somebody wants to see a woman, at that moment of Lord will allocate that also. Go and watch that woman. If somebody wants to see somebody else, he will give that also. Or you want to see your grandson, he'll give that also. Whatever you desire. Whatever the person is desiring. This is the law of the Lord. This is his mercy. You want me? Mamanasmari, okay, I'll give that also. Whatever you desire. You want impersonal liberation, you want to enjoy, you want to become God, I'll give that also. Here Arjuna wants Krishna to be closer to him. That's why he is becoming charioteer. Please understand this. Now, for this kind of a personality, holding everything in our consciousness, it doesn't look good. That's what I feel. Because it's important. The Lord is from his side is giving so much. He's giving association, he sent his pure souls. He gave Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, he gave everything. He personally came with Lord Chaitanya. Who will come? Nobody will come like Lord Chaitanya. Please understand. So only Lord Chaitanya is unique. No one will come like that. The supreme, everything, the source of everything, he is coming as a devotee. What a service he is doing, what a service he did. And then he's sending his empowered souls. There's so much to discuss on this. It's a nectar. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai. Am I going to
Prabhuji, today's class is very, very special. I understand that. Even though we always feel that reciprocation to some extent because we've been practicing for some time, just glad to hear that you revitalize that and remind us of how much love the Lord has for us, so we can continue doing our sadhana with more umph and more, enthusiasm. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this morning class. I myself have some realization on this topic because the Lord has been so merciful to me and my family. And if wasn't for his reciprocation, definitely we would have been in a more bad place than we are now. So 100% agreed, Prabhuji. Thank you so very much. Thank you, all devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you all very much. We'll stop here.
Yeah.
Rina,
Okay.
you can take over the call. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you.